What's up, everyone? Today we're going to go over the list of the top 10 best TV shows of the 60s. I love the 60s television. These are the most influential shows that shaped what you see on TV today. And the best part is that every single one of these shows is streamable online. Stick around to the end. And not only am I going to give you 2 bonus shows, but I'm also going to tell you where you can watch them all for free. Now, before we get started, I need you to go ahead and hit the like button. The more likes this video gets, the more likely the YouTube algorithm will recommend this to somebody else. And as a thank you, here's a picture. Number 10 best show, in my opinion, is Leave It to Beaver. As more and more people were moving to the suburbs, here comes this lily-white TV show about how great life was for the Cleaver family in the suburbs. Now compare this to Modern Family today, and you can see how far we've come.
I hope we haven't been too severe with him. He looks so forlorn up there in his room all by himself.
What are you doing with my sweater? Oh my God, it's ruined! It was an accident! I knew this would happen, you idiot!
Number 9 is a personal favorite of mine. It's Get Smart. It's a comedy about an idiot spy and basically was the inspiration for The Naked Gun. Mel Brooks, who made Blazing Saddles, actually made this before he became famous, and this show is way ahead of its time. Now, number 8 is a tie, and so I'm just going to call this the fish out of water sitcom. Green Acres was about a New York socialite moving to the country and all the hijinks, and the Beverly Hillbillies was about a poor Southern family moving to Beverly Hills and being wealthy. In my opinion, the 60s had some of the best ideas for TV shows ever. Number 7, The Andy Griffith Show. Starring Andy Griffith as a local small-town sheriff of Mayberry, and the show also starred Ron Howard and Don Knotts, and it was good, wholesome family TV fun. Number 6 is also my personal favorite. It's Batman. Batman was awesome. People consider it cheesy today, but I love seeing the Riddler and the Joker and Catwoman and Penguin constantly come up with harebrained schemes. I sort of miss superheroes that were as goofy as that was. Number 5 is The Twilight Zone. To this day, you can watch one of those shows and love the story. And there was always a great twist. And honestly, the most interesting ideas for movies today really just feel like long, drawn-out episodes of Twilight Zone.
You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Number 4 was Bewitched. Now, these were the shows where the guy marries a witch or like an astronaut marries a hot genie. I wish we could go back to making those types of shows with that kind of humor today. I kind of feel like we lost that. Number 3, Dick Van Dyke Show. Another one of these sitcoms that just connected with audience. This one about Mary Tyler Moore and Dick Van Dyke living as, a writer in Westchester, I think in Yonkers.
What we need is good old harmony.
Number 2 is Gilligan's Island. Besides being one of the best TV theme songs on TV, of course, who would ever thought that they could make a comedy about a tragic crisis of a bunch of people marooned on an island, and that for some reason they would all have great wardrobes?
Here on Gilligan's Island.
The number 1, in my opinion, best television show of the 60s is, drumroll, The Flintstones. It ran for years in reruns, decades more after that. To this day, we wouldn't have The Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, South Park, or any of these animated shows if The Flintstones didn't come first. Finally, I told you there were 2 things that weren't going to be on the list, but here they are. Back in the 50s, not everybody had TVs, but in 1963, when Walter Cronkite announced the death of JFK live on TV, not only did the world change, but TV changed. It became clear that waiting to get, your newspaper the next day to read about the breaking news was not fast enough. Everybody went out and bought TVs after that.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And the second event was arguably even bigger. You can probably guess it. It was the moon landing in 1969. I told you that every one of these shows is streamable online, and they are on YouTube. You can also see it on Tubi. You can also see it on Pluto. Check them out if you're interested in learning more. Finally, as always, I'd like to turn this back to you. If you have any thoughts on the video, any feedback, anything you agree with, disagree with, something you want to say, even if you just want to say hello, ask me a question, tell me that I'm ugly, whatever it is, or even if you want to take advantage of all of the discounts to streaming services, of which I have links below in the description, go ahead, leave me a comment, and follow up. I read all the comments. I do my best to respond to as many of them as I can. So that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and add me on Facebook, and check out my second channel. I post there every day, so if I'm not posting here and you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, make sure to add yourself to that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time, and if you can't wait till next time, here's another video